this feeling. Hello? Lord Moros, is that you?
All right. We're here. Well, what do you know? We got ourselves a visitor, ladies. Who would have thought? You found us, sweetie. You get, I don't know, 3 questions? 3 of us, 3 questions. Sounds reasonable, right?
You're the Fates. You're really here. Are you safe? In any distress? Your brother, Lord Moros, he searched everywhere for you, and not just him.
Are you safe in any distress? Phew, what do you think, ladies? We count that as 1 question or 2? I say go easy on her. Seems like a nice girl. Count it as just 1, okay?
Oh yeah, nice girl, you're right. Count it as 1. Okay.
Okay, we're fine, sweetie. At least now we are. Your grandpa got us. Yeah, we were a little miffed, you know? Because we'd been weaving. So then we figured, what's a better time to take a break?
Take a break? Shouldn't you have sent word to Lord Moros, much less anybody else? He's been very concerned.
That's question 2. We did send word. That's why you're here. Moros, he's a real sweetheart. We figured he could use a little alone time. Okay, last question.
Last question, What do you all intend to do, now that Kronos no longer seems to be a threat? How do we prevent something like this from happening again?
Okay, now that I'm counting as 2 questions, so I'm only gonna give you the first one. Well, maybe it was the second. I'm getting mixed up. Point is, we're not gonna do a thing. This has been nice.
Not going to do a thing, and I'm unable to ask further questions, so perhaps you're going to elaborate.
Hey, who knows what's gonna happen, you or me? Look, all you gods, you got yourselves into this. I know. You think it's cause of us. Well, we don't like that kind of pressure. You've been doing okay on your own, so...
Yeah, you've been doing okay. So we are gonna let you keep this up.
We're gonna let you keep this up. And once you've had your fill, being without us for a while, you're gonna hand it over to mortals. Just like we're handing it over to you.
And what over to mortals? Which is to say, I don't know how I can respond to that without another question.
That's all right, sweetie. Think of it like, you gods can do your own thing for a while, then mortals can do theirs. It'll be a brand new age. Been a while since the last one of those.
So you're retiring, all 3 of you. No more weavings. We're to keep fending for ourselves, come what may.
Oh, come on. Don't make it sound like such a big deal. Not like you're gonna do anything different anyway. But you could. Just ask your old teacher sometime. Now, she's pulled some strings, let me tell you.
Oh yeah, teacher's definitely pulled some strings, all right. You mean headmistress? So you're saying... I don't know what you're saying, but I'll ask. As you well know, I couldn't have done any of this without her.
Yeah, we know. Well, anyway, sweetie, we're gonna cut you loose, as we've got other things to do. But not weaving. Not for the foreseeable future, as they say. So nice to finally meet you. Bye!
Bye, and thank you all.
Thus did the 3 reclusive and feared fates, whose often unpredictable weavings determine all that is to come, even for gods, declare the dawning of another age. An age in which both mortals and immortals shall be free to choose their path, so long as they believe the choice exists. A golden age, during which mortal kind shall not be ruled entirely by divine right, but by itself. Word quickly spreads from the heights of Olympus to the depths of the underworld, foretelling of this perhaps very, very distant future filled with possibility and the unknown. Many rejoice, but others know that gods do not go quietly, and history repeats. For now, we can but use the time we have, both to prepare and, to the best of our ability, to live.
I'll have to keep working on that, on both counts. Not every night you meet the Fates. Perhaps I'm still in a bit of shock.
Come forth!
Hey, Dora. What if hypothetically there were to be the dawning of another age at some point, and the gods then truly did leave mortals more or less alone? More than before.
What, are you making me some kind of offer here? I know you're a big deal lately, but not even you have the power to pull something like that off, Mel. Why would the gods give up their gig?
Even the gods are subject to the will of the three fates. None of us can entirely control what shall come to pass, and there are prophecies that cannot change no matter what.
You really believe that stuff, even after everything you did? I mean, was there really some kind of prophecy about Kronos and how you'd end up beating him eventually, once you realized your true potential thanks to me?
Well, no, because the fates went missing throughout most of this ordeal, but they don't tend to be mistaken.
Right. I'll believe it when it happens. Time to move stuff around?
You won't forget them. Ever. And with this, perhaps Dora won't forget them either.
You found them.
So...
My sisters. They're all right. I was about to say thank the fates, but in this case, Princess, I can only say thank you. While you'd best not tell me how you did it, please do tell how it was to meet them finally.
It was an interesting conversation, and they seem to be doing well, that much I can say. And you're probably aware of the new major prophecy that they foretold.
The advent of another age. They notified me, yes. Perhaps it's their way of preventing any further attempts to circumvent their will, assuming this age does arrive.
What does this mean for you, though, Moros? I got the sense your sisters have no immediate plans to resume their customary weavings.
I think it means that mortals shall be having a reprieve from me, potentially for quite some time, and that I'll have to find something to do.
You could remain here with us, help tend the crossroads, learn our craft.
I'd like that very much.
Same. Good evening, Shades. Where are you, Headmistress? What to cast?
Heard you found the three fates. Don't believe that's how it happened. Probably weren't even looking. They found you.
That is a distinct possibility. Perhaps when Kronos thought he sent them into exile, they merely played along, and now decided to check in after the troubles with him passed.
Sure sounds like something they'd do, but no use speculating, right? And what now? We're all back to having no will of our own. Maybe we never did.
Perhaps they don't want us to be certain either way. Nor do they seem to desire all the credit for the actions we take.
Guess we'd better act like we have everything under control.
What else can we do?
Back in one piece.
I take it you heard about the fates. Apparently everyone already has. Figured you'd be among the first. Though come to think of it, I've not heard you speak about them much.
It's because deep down, I've always felt we make our choices for ourselves. Admittedly a controversial point of view, and we've strong evidence that those three often choose for us, but I have to heed my instincts on this one.
Wait, you don't believe in what they do? The prophecies, the coming of a new age? None of it?
I wouldn't go that far, but I choose to believe in those I know and trust, including members of your family. If that makes me a fool, then so be it.
So be it. Sounds like accepting fate to me.
Oh, you know what I mean.
Up you go.
Ah, that's a nice touch.
Been hearing Shade say something's changing on Olympus. That the fates themselves decided that the gods will soon be ruling with a lighter touch. That sounds different.
I think soon there may be relative to gods, not mortals, but what I've heard is much the same. At the dawn of the new age, mortals are to choose their paths themselves.
An age where neither the gods nor the fates are dictating each moment of our lives or deaths. Hard to imagine. Who would we even blame if things went wrong then, eh?
You'll find someone, I'm sure. Commander, what say all your disciples of the reappearance of the fates? I take it you've already heard.
Yes, I've heard all right. Fate schmates is what they say, if you must know.
Fates schmates, what is that supposed to mean? It sounds rather disrespectful on initial impression.
Disrespectful? Oh, far be that from me. I merely say fate schmates and ask that you consider the weight of my words.
You don't care that a new age may dawn, that the rule of gods may end.
Kiddo, I'll believe it when it happens. Well, probably I'll be dead by then.
I'm immortal and the rest of you already are dead.
Just saying, don't hold your breath.
I had considered how we would proceed if by some chance the three fates were never found. What I did not anticipate was that they would be found, yet still take leave of their responsibilities, so I am told.
They've been weaving for eons and perhaps felt weary or even underappreciated. That or they liked what they saw while their weavings were on hold. They did give us a big new prophecy as a sort of parting gift.
A prophecy about another age, that we gods shall relinquish our dominion to mortals. It's difficult to believe, but then these things never unfold precisely as they sound.
No, and for that matter, I couldn't tell whether the fates were angry or disappointed or anything like that. On the contrary, they seemed enthusiastic.
They are weavers, whose tapestries reveal the vast and complicated tale of history. Perhaps they seek merely to entertain, and we are but characters they have to work with.
Been hearing wild tales from outside. Can you back any of it up, baby? Something about the dawning of another age?
A recent prophecy from the three fates. They have foreseen a distant time when mortals won't be as beholden to the gods. Perhaps that shall be cause for a real feast.
You're thinking maybe all the other gods will end up feasting here. Then we'll have better things to do than pushing mortal kind around, and it'll be a prophecy fulfilled.
Gods. It's done. It's finally done, except I need to hear you say it first, to know for certain what I have foreseen. Now, please.
You may have to be a little more specific, but I take it you mean that I found the fates. Or they found me, but either way. I thought you didn't care for them too much.
I care for what they say, what they decide to make of this world of ours. What has their exile driven them to do? They would not make the same mistakes again.
They've had it with our squabbling, that I can understand. So they have deemed the coming of another age in which the gods apparently shall hold less sway. A time of fewer burdens on us, so our tempers can subside.
The coming of a golden age. Perhaps not quite the one my master had envisioned, but nevertheless, all this toil at long last. Until then, I suppose we fight.
Princess.
This advent of another age your sisters have described, do you think it's possible Prometheus anticipated it? When I think back on things he said.
You're asking if the Titan of Foresight knew the Fates would eventually make this choice, before even they knew it. Perhaps the lot of them conspired to achieve a shared goal.
Lord Moros! I'm surprised you would even suggest such things. To have conspired against the gods, and Kronos for that matter.
I merely seek alternatives to the suggestion that my sisters may not be the first to know. So then Prometheus prevailed on behalf of mortals after all. Or shall, when comes this age.
To think that far ahead. So you truly saw all this coming? The three fates and the prophecy of a new age? Why have you fought so hard to stop me then? What if you had prevailed?
I knew my efforts to prevent you all would be for naught, but I was compelled to make those efforts anyhow. To put it simply, I could see no other way.
We might have fought on the same side. Surely that would have sooner led to your result than sending Itos after me.
A reasonable theory, but it never would have gone the way you expect. This was never about mortal kind for you.
You're right, it wasn't. I had my own problems to contend with before attempting to rid mortal kind of theirs.
Yet now you have done both. Fear not. The dead may worship you, but the living couldn't care less. Though still we did what needed to be done.
You haven't often looked upon the fated list of late. For many nights I would anticipate your safe return, then watch as you fulfilled one prophecy after another. Now you brush right by it to come speak with me.
Lord Moros, at the risk of profoundly disrespecting your sisters, I find you wholly more interesting than a bunch of minor prophecies. Well, most of them. I also don't have many left at the moment.
You have done very well. Or rather, you have done what would inevitably come to pass. Although I choose to think that this result required much intention on your part.
What happens if I have no further prophecies I can fulfill?
Perhaps then there shall be another prophecy for me. to pass the fated list along to someone else.
You'd have to leave.
I do not know.
Welcome, Lord Charon.
Scour the surface. The pressure still is getting to you, even with the task essentially complete. It was my desire to see you shake that burden from your shoulders by now. Why does it remain?
Headmistress, each night I confront these remnants of old Kronos or Typhon. Such possibilities apparently are both real and innumerable, representing so many scenarios in which, for one reason or another, I failed.
Or merely have yet to succeed. I stand as living proof that you are not alone in what you aim to accomplish, Melinoe.
What are you saying? That there are others like you, like me, attempting to achieve the same result?
I merely ask you to consider how the efforts you go to, the lengths you go to, may reverberate. The energy we put into this world comes back to us. Simply put, I am only here because you are.
But it's the other way around.
Is it?